Alright, so maybe you're thinking about launching a faceless brand, maybe a faceless YouTube channel, or a faceless website. So I just got off a consultation call with a potential client where I think I saved him thousands of dollars from going down the wrong path. And that wrong path is starting a faceless brand. Now I know you got your reasons of wanting to start a faceless brand. It could be you still have a job, maybe you're camera shy, maybe you have this fantasy that you're gonna scale the business and it's easier to sell down the road. But at the end of this video, I'm gonna explain why starting a faceless brand, whether a faceless YouTube channel or a faceless website, is gonna kill your growth, especially in 2025 and beyond. So here's a little context for my client, which maybe some of you can relate. So this guy already has a full-time corporate engineering job that pays really well, get really good benefits. So he doesn't want to quit yet, but at the same time, he's moonlighting as an online trainer. So he teaches other corporate people how to gather Excel data and then create a visual dashboard so it's easier for them to present this in their meetings and in their reports so they sound competent. Pretty niche stuff. Currently, he's already using his face as a personal brand, creating content to promote people to buy these workshops. And the current people that buys these workshops are employees that pay out of their own pocket. And it's really hard for him to raise his prices. So he has a better idea where instead of getting individual employees to pay for his workshop, he wants to target the HR of companies so they have the training funds to pay him a higher fee, which is pretty genius. So that's when he said, I wanted to start a second brand where the second brand only targets these corporate people. But that second new brand, he wants it to be faceless because he already has a personal brand with his first offer. Now, this is quite a niche situation, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you can relate to some part of his journey and his problem. And what I said to him is that it's really hard to build a brand from scratch, especially if it's a faceless brand. Right now, individual employees are already paying to join his class because they keep seeing his content. He's teaching stuff online. They attach him with that expertise, so they want to learn the thing. It's going to be very hard to sell a class if it's faceless. He already built a really good brand where people actually buy from him. He's actually making a lot of money from the workshop, but he wants to start a new brand that's not his face, which is going to be an impossible task to do because it's faceless. Which brings us to the second point that he asked me, like, well, I already have my brand selling this offer to individual employees, and my personal brand is already attached to that. So when I want to launch a new company, it can't be my face again. That's what he said. My answer is, do you need two brands for this? You can still use your personal brand to sell the same thing to two different audiences. It's really hard to build one brand, let alone two. And the second one is not going to be a personal brand, it's going to be a faceless brand, which is going to be even more harder. It's not that it's impossible, you can do it, but I feel like you have to hustle a lot. And you got to think about how would this impact your lifestyle. For me, when I build a business, it needs to fit around my lifestyle, not my lifestyle have to fit around it. So you got to think about that. So now he agrees with most of my points and then thinks that consolidating everything within one brand, which is the personal brand that's already working, makes the most logical sense moving forward. But he has a follow-up question. Right now, if I want to scale my existing company, I need to add more slots to train, which I don't have because I still have a job. But what I can do is hire somebody else to do the fulfillment, the training. So that's where his hesitant to put his face as the brand because he thinks that he's lying to the audience because the audience follow him, pay for his workshop to work with him, but then when they get on the workshop, it's not him that's delivering the workshop, it's somebody else. So he feels that there's an element that maybe I'm lying to these people. So what I told him is that you still should be the face, the founder of your company. That should be on your website, on your videos. You are the founder. But when you want to sell the workshop, you got to be very clear that there's different levels of access to you. The lowest tier of the workshop is going to be fulfilled by my colleague over here. His name is whatever. It's going to be this much money. But for some people who insist they want to learn from him specifically because they've been watching all his videos, then you can charge a higher fee. That solves the problem of you wanting to scale, which is make more money by working less. So this brings us to the last point he mentioned. The other reason why I don't want to put my face as the brand moving forward is because what if I scale this company to the point that I want to sell it and it's attached to me? It's going to be very difficult to sell it because everybody bought the thing because they like me. Now nobody wants to buy this company anymore because the company is me. I said to him, if you wanted to launch a new faceless brand, it's going to be very hard to grow, and that new faceless brand will never reach a point where you can hands off and scale in the first place, because nobody buys from a faceless brand anymore in 2025. What to do instead if you're in a somewhat similar situation is that you must always build a personal brand with your face on it. You should be the face, the CEO of your company. Who else is going to be the face? Well, you're going to hire somebody else to do it? No, you're the founder. You need to be the face of your own company, because if you're not, you are selling a commodity. Everything that we sell, even the thing that I'm selling, what you're selling, is a commodity to some extent. The two reasons why people buy from you. Number one, people buy from you when you can prove that you are capable of delivering the thing you promise. Number two, the other 50% is, oh, if I like you, then I'll buy from you. That's it. And the best way to get people to trust you fast at scale is by making YouTube videos with your face on it, just like this one right here. So there you go. There's a little bit of insights from today's client consultation. Now you know why you shouldn't launch a faceless brand, but I know a lot of you are terrified of getting in front of the camera and talking like this. If you have no confidence to talk to the camera, or you find yourself giving excuses not to record, it's often a coping mechanism for you not to get out of your comfort zone. So if you want to know how I master camera confidence, including a one-page cheat sheet that I use every time before I record a video like this, watch this video next.